Welcome, I'm Lana, and today I'm going through a list of 20 money-saving hacks from the Great Depression, and I'm seeing how do I measure up against this list and which ones are really not feasible for our life right now. On this channel, I make videos about money from home. Come and be a part of it by hitting that subscribe button. And with that, let's get right into it. I found this article on the homespun hydrangea, and this article is by Katie Femia. The Depression era was a time of much forced frugality, so I wanted to see what sorts of things might I be able to implement in my life today to help us save a little bit more money. Number one is make your own cleaning products. I totally do this. So I have an all-purpose cleaner that I make from vinegar and mouthwash and a little bit of dish soap. And I've been making this for years. It saves us so much money. We basically buy the little squirter bottles just to have something to store the all-purpose cleaner in that I make. It works great, no problems. I'm not spending $5 to $7 on a new clean all-purpose cleaner every so often. I'm just making it myself. Okay, number two is keep an herb garden. I have done this in the past. We grew lots of chives and rosemary and things that we love to use fresh, and sage. I love spaghetti squash with sage, and herbs that you buy at the store are so expensive. But I'm not actually spending more money by not buying herbs at the store, because I don't buy herbs at the store because they're so expensive. So once in a blue moon, we will buy some fresh basil for a special occasion. But other than that, I'm not eating fresh herbs, unfortunately. We're just eating dry herbs because it's so much cheaper, which means I'm not buying fresh herbs. I really would like to get my herb garden going again because it's so cool to have fresh herbs and it tastes so good. And it saves so much money if you are going to buy those at the store. Number three is just a dab, or use just a dab of shampoo, soap, laundry detergent, whatever it is. And I think this is totally true, and I try to use this rule as often as I can. Laundry detergent is way more concentrated than we think, and so is shampoo. So for a shampoo, I try to dilute it like 50-50 with water, because half of it ends up down the drain because it's not even slippery enough to work into your hair. For soap, like hand soap, sometimes I make my own pumpable hand soap in one of those hand soap foamer things. But right now we're also just using bar soap, and bar soap lasts forever. I'm talking, we've been using the same bar of soap to wash our hands in the bathroom for months now. It's been like 3 months, I think. I think I put it in there in January and it's still not gone. So a bar of soap lasts forever. Of course, it's in the best interest of the product's company to convince you to use more than absolutely necessary, like raw laundry soap or shampoo, because they're counting on you buying that product again. So be careful about those directions. We're checking out how much we really need. And this also goes for toothpaste. Try not to use too much toothpaste so that tube of toothpaste lasts us longer. Number four is learn basic sewing. And this was totally unintentional, but I'm actually wearing a nursing dress that I made myself. So I can sew, and it can be so handy for mending or making something last a little bit longer if you can fix it, or if you can make your own specialty clothes, because if you have to buy specialty clothes like nursing clothes, it can be really expensive, but if you make them yourself, it's quite inexpensive. Number five is grow a garden. Last year I did not grow a garden because I was pregnant, but I'm hoping that we can grow some things this year. Some things don't actually end up being that cost effective to grow in your garden. I think maybe potatoes are kind of a wash because they're pretty inexpensive at the store. But anything that you can eat out of your garden, especially if you can grow it from seeds and not like sprouts that you buy at the farmer's market, you can really save yourself a bundle. Number 7 is buy the whole chicken. And I agree with this, but I'm lazy and I don't like all the parts of a chicken. I used to buy a whole chicken and then we'd make bone broth from it and we just use every part of the chicken and totally utilize every single part of it. But right now, I guess I'm just feeling a little bit lazy, but it's very true. If you buy the whole chicken and you use all of the chicken, it will be less expensive. And they also mentioned that buying things bone in is less expensive, but you also have to think about the weight of the bone, because it's like, oh, it's cheaper per pound, but you're not going to eat the bone and the bone is kind of heavy. So that actually makes the price per pound maybe a wash. You could calculate that. I might have done that once, but not recently enough to tell you about it. Number 8 is to buy the bone. So if you're buying chicken thighs, you could buy them bone in and the price per pound is often less. It's also a lot of work, so your time is worth something too. Number 9 is be mindful of electricity usage. So I kind of touched on this in my How We Are Fighting Inflation video, but we kind of talked about how can we turn off the heating system during the day, or do we really want to unplug things? How much would that really save us? If we save $10 a year, is it really worth unplugging everything? So what electricity saving things are effective and worthwhile, and which things just take you forever and don't save you very much money. So something to think about that one. Number 10 is to be mindful of water usage. And I would say I don't spend very much time thinking about this one. I definitely want to run full loads of laundry or full loads in the dishwasher, but I haven't gone as far as they suggest as putting a brick in the toilet tank, so there's not as much water with each flush. But it depends how extreme you want to go with this. I guess this hasn't been on my top priority list. Number 11 is Dave Ramsey's favorite, of course, pay in cash. I think this is more of a budgeting hack. I'm not sure this is like how to reduce your expenses as much. This is like, you know, when your money's run out, if you did it with cash. Number 12 is learn to can. I have not learned how to can yet. I really don't like hot things and it makes me nervous. I've seen people can before, and I know this would be a great way to preserve some of the things that you grew in your garden if you had extras, and then you could use them during the winter to also save money during the winter. But I haven't learned how to do this yet. 13 is save your scraps. What other uses can you have for the things that come through your home? So you could make your homemade cleaners with your orange peels. You could use other compostable things, maybe to feed your chickens if you have chickens. Whatever you can use again. So you're trying to use the part of the food that's not edible for humans for something else. 14 is learn how to upcycle furniture. So this just means that you're not buying furniture right away brand new. This chair that I'm sitting in now, I bought used. I also bought our leather couch for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. I've bought so many things used, and I definitely look there first to see if there's an option. Also, if you could find something at Goodwill and then like fix it up to work for your purposes, that can save you so much money. I really love this next one, and 15 is make your own gifts. Homemade gifts can be so meaningful because of the internet. I feel like everybody can basically access the same things. So it's not like if you went to a special place, you could get something special necessarily, because everybody could look it up online and buy the same item. So if you make something handmade, you know, a garland or a candle or bath salts or something, that could save you a ton of money and be really thoughtful and unique. Some of the gifts that I really love and want to keep forever are things that people have handmade for me. Number 16 is to try natural remedies. And this kind of nerves me out a little bit. If you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor. But this is about asking yourself, what can you do before to see if you can avoid going by taking better care of yourself? Like, how can we drink more water? Like, have we done a steam? Have we used the humidifier? Have we rested? Like, what things can we do to just generally take care of our body and keep it from getting to the place where we would have to end up at the doctor. And that can save you money. But if you need to go to the doctor, then you need to go to the doctor. And number 17 is don't pay for something that you can do yourself. So if there's any tasks that you know how to do and you have the time to do, it's much cheaper to figure out how to do it yourself. Pick up your own pizza, mow your own lawn, do your own laundry. Because when you have to hire someone, it's way more expensive than just doing it yourself. And this can also apply to what can we learn how to do for ourselves. Number 18 is don't blindly spend. Try to compare prices. Is this really a good deal? Is this really on sale? And I am all about this. When we're at the store, it's like, oh, it's on a sale. I'm like, no, it's not. That's the normal price. They're just trying to get you to buy it because they want to make money. We do not need 10 of these right now. So you're watching out for deals. You're trying to use those coupons and not being fooled by those fake sales. Number 19 is to use everything up. So this is one of my favorite ones, and I want to use everything to the last little bit, whatever it takes, you know. The shampoo, we're watering it down as much as we can to get the last little bit out of it, which makes for cleaner recycling, and it means that we can avoid buying something for a little bit longer. This also applies to other things that you own, like clothes. Can I sew that button back on? Going back to that sewing skill. Or shoes. I have these black pair of boots and the little zipper pulls failed and they were totally worthless, and so I used paper clips for a long time. But then I also went and got some zipper pulls, replacement zipper pulls, and so now my boots are brand new again because they work perfectly. But I did not throw them away, and I did not buy a new pair of shoes because I figured out how to fix them so I wouldn't have to throw them away. And number 20 is buy reusable things instead of disposable items. This one for me is a double plus. Everything that we don't have to throw in our trash can means we don't have to pay to dispose of it too. So we can have the smallest trash can possible because we don't need to throw away that much trash. Can we use rags instead of Kleenexes? Can we use cloth diapers? Can we use rags instead of paper towels? Can we clean our bathroom with rags? Can you upgrade your paper napkins to cloth napkins? Then you can feel fancy all the time and you won't have to keep buying paper napkins. Double plus. Can I get a razor that I can replace the head instead of the entire thing every time it's done? Let me know, do you use any of these Depression era money saving tips? Please like this video, it really helps me out. Also, subscribe so that you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.